Once upon a time, in a sunny little town by the sea, there lived a playful white Labrador named Lucky Lacy. Lacy had soft, fluffy fur and a wagging tail that never seemed to stop. She was loved by everyone in the town, especially by her best friend, a cheerful little boy named Max. Lacy and Max did everything together, from playing fetch in the park to snuggling on the couch during rainy days. Today was a special day, though. The sun was shining bright, the sky was blue, and Lacy could smell the salty air. It was the perfect day for an adventure. "Lacy, do you want to go to the beach?" Max exclaimed excitedly. Lacy's ears perked up at the sound of the word beach. She loved the beach. There were so many new scents to sniff, waves to splash in, and sand to dig. With a joyful bark, Lacy jumped up and down. Max's mom called out, "Let's go! We're taking the boat." Lacy's tail wagged faster than ever. They hurried to the dock where a shiny little boat was waiting. As they climbed aboard, Max put on his bright blue life jacket, and Lacy wore a special doggy life vest that made her look like a little captain. "All aboard!" Max shouted with glee. The boat rocked gently as they pushed off from the dock, and Lacy loved the feeling of the wind blowing through her fur. The boat started to zoom across the sparkling water, leaving little splashes behind. Lacy's eyes sparkled with excitement as she watched the seagulls flying overhead. She barked at them, but they just soared higher, squeaking back at her. "Don't worry, they're just saying hello," Max giggled. Lacy sat on the edge of the boat, her tongue hanging out, feeling the fresh ocean breeze. After a short ride filled with laughter and splashes, they arrived at the beach. It was a beautiful sight. The golden sand stretched for miles, and the waves were crashing gently onto the shore. Lacy couldn't wait to jump off the boat. As soon as she could, she leaped onto the sandy beach, feeling the warm sand under her paws. "Let's play," Max shouted. Lacy ran around in circles, barking happily as Max ran after her. They played tag, with Lacy zooming back and forth, her tail wagging like a flag. Then, Lacy spotted something glimmering in the sand. It was a shiny seashell. With a quick dig, she uncovered it and proudly carried it to Max. "Look what I found," Lacy seemed to say. Max clapped his hands. "Wow, Lacy, that's a beautiful shell." They decided to collect more seashells together. As they walked along the shoreline, Lacy sniffed around to find the prettiest ones. There were pink ones, white ones, and even some with stripes. Each time she found a shell, she would wag her tail and bring it to Max, who excitedly added it to their pile. After their seashell hunt, they took a break and sat on the warm sand. Lacy rolled over, enjoying the sun on her fluffy belly while Max laughed, scratching her tummy. But soon, Lacy heard the sound of the waves crashing and felt a playful urge. She jumped up and ran straight towards the water. The waves splashed around her, and Lacy barked with joy as she ran in and out, dodging the foamy water. "Lacy, look out," Max called, but Lacy was too busy having fun. She leaped over a wave, her paws splashing and her fur getting all wet. With her energy, she kept chasing the waves, always coming back to Max where he was laughing and cheering her on. As the sun began to dip lower in the sky, painting everything with a warm golden glow, Max knew it was almost time to head home. But before they left, they gathered all their seashells, making sure they had a special memory of their day at the beach. Lacy was all sandy and wet, but she didn't mind at all. She felt happy and lucky to have spent such a wonderful day with her best friend. They climbed back onto the boat, where Max wrapped Lacy in a towel to keep her warm. As they sailed back home, Lacy lay down next to Max, her head resting comfortably on his lap. "Today was the best day ever," Max said, and Lacy let out a contented sigh, closing her eyes. The boat rocked gently as they made their way home, with the stars beginning to twinkle in the evening sky. When they finally reached the dock, Max hopped off with Lacy by his side, both of them still buzzing with excitement from their beach adventure. "We'll come back tomorrow, right, Lacy?" Max asked, and Lacy wagged her tail in agreement. Every day was an adventure, especially with a best friend like Max, and Lacy couldn't wait to see what tomorrow would bring. And so, with happy hearts and sandy paws, Lucky Lacy and Max headed home, ready to dream about their next great adventure together.